What's up, my friends? Happy to be here. I hope you're happy to be here, and I hope you're here. I mean, take a few days off, you lose that momentum on YouTube, is what it is. Life beckoned, and I hope that today helps you proceed without me if I'm not here in the morning or an afternoon or something going forward. So I actually have a pretty interesting idea today, and I have a lot of questions, asking often, like, how do you pick your player pools if you're doing your own single lineup or you're doing your MME player pool? How do you identify who are the targets you want to use? Who are the bats you want to use? What's the one-off of the night? Who are your two pitchers going to be? And I don't want to show you necessarily like, hey, here's what I'll do today on June 2nd, Thursday. What I want to show you is, hey, here's the study hub. Here's how you can find it. So chat, we're going to be doing that. And I'm going to slam it in here in like 15 minutes. This is one of those things where it's like, man, this study hub is just so juicy and full of information, just ripe for the picking. You guys got to get in here and do work. So let's do it together. Let's identify some of these things that might help us find some better targets to, line our player pools with. All right. So one of the first things you can get used to, you need to get used to, and I'll keep my zoom at 100% for now. And also I'm going to remove my branding here. So you guys, we got a nice full screen. So one of the things you need to get used to using are the filter buttons. And it's very simple as soon as you use the filters. All right. So you could legitimately just go to the value, unselect all, and then just click A. So it's like now you have all of the value tier for your player pool. You could look at this and say to yourself, well, that's a lot of people. I'm only looking for a single one-off. And by the way, this is main slate only. So 7 o'clock, drag and drop through 10. All right, there we go. That's what we have filtered out. So now all the early games are gone. So I've just shown you how to do that. Now from here, maybe you're looking at this and you're saying to yourself, you know what? I don't want anybody who's a projected tier less than a B. So I'm going to uncheck D and E. Bam. Now you're down to 4 bats, and you can see they're all in the same game where they have a projection tier of an A and a value tier of an A. All right. Now, if you just want to undo all your filters, just quickly clear filter. Click this, clear filter. All right. So we're back. We've got all 5 start times from 7:05 to 10:10. And maybe you're just trying to fade that game. So that's not the game you want to have. Okay. Quickly, you go to the opponents, and it's the Braves and Colorado. So I'm going to take out Colorado here, which I didn't need. All right. So, oops. Let's do, which one was that? Sorry. Clear filter. We'll go to team. So we're going to remove Atlanta and remove Colorado, that game entirely. Bam. There we go. So now they're out of the player pool. And now if you were to redo this, would you have any A's in there, values, and then projections that are A, B, and C? Nope. So you're going to have to loosen things up a bit. So you have A's and B's, and then check this out. Now I go to the projection tier, and I'm going to remove D and E. Here is a smaller pool. So there are 5 players today that are a B or better for value and a C or better for projection combination who are not in the Atlanta and Colorado game. So if you say to yourself, I am fading that game today, well, then here, based on our model, here are the best possible one-offs left. Somebody could take this little list. They could go over to Fantasy Cruncher, and then they could add this group of 5 into a player pool and say, must use at least 1. Or, if you're building a single entry lineup, or maybe even a cash lineup, you take these 5 and you start your lineup with these 5 as the beginning of your lineup for cash, whatever it might be. You could make a big group on Fantasy Cruncher. And we show that stuff all the time inside Discord. I show it often on streams, like how do you make groups, things like that. So I can do that in our day. Today, I really trying to help some people identify what to do before they put it into FC. All right. So then you go over to the pitcher matchups. And, by the way, if you didn't want to rely on the model and you wanted to do the research, well, then go for it. I mean, I suggest, honestly, just using the batter versus starting pitcher matchup and totally not even care about this 2-year data stuff. Just come over here, look at this right here. You can see the splits matchup. So, here's not just Mookie's splits against, I'm assuming, a right-handed pitcher. Yeah, Tijuan Walker. but it's also combined with T1 Walker's splits against righties. And this is the, culminating numbers between the two. Now, down at the bottom, if you hit this arrow button and you're like, well, Mitch, I want to know how they've been doing recently. All right. So I saved, to an extent here, I saved the best for last here. So let's say, and I blew the screen up for you too, just make it super simple. So again, drag and drop 705 to 840 and control, click 1010, going to add them in. And that zoom is just too big. Let's go back to 100%. There we go. Okay, so now I've got the last 50 plate appearances starting pitcher's hand. So let's say Ronald Acuna is a righty, batting right, versus Austin Gomer, who's a lefty. What are Acuna's last 50 plate appearance numbers against left-handed pitchers? Well, my goodness. Over the last 50 plate appearances, Acuna has a 421 WOBA, a 316 ISO, and a home run rate of 6%. That's pretty darn good. Paul Goldschmidt. I mean, is there a hotter hitter in baseball right now? Right? Look at these numbers. So here's your last 50 for Betts, Goldschmidt, and Gilmore. 576 WOBA, 512 ISO, 8% home run rate, walking 16% of the time. So, I mean, it is pretty nice. And by the way, Goldschmidt, this is a right-handed hitter against Keegan Thompson, or right-handed pitcher, okay? So using, here, and I'll slide this over. You can even slide it over like this so that you're looking directly at their splits. Let me take a quick photo. You guys can, I'll toss this in Discord. This is like a tab that I feel like people need to be using that they don't. So it's batter trends, and then maybe I'm using the last 50 plate appearances versus starting pitcher's hand, and this is their splits information. You could do it also for 100. I mean, this is totally up to you how you want to do this. All right, one more we can do here. Go over to trends. Now, you want to see a team that's smashing certain handedness? We'll take a peek at Atlanta. You can click the plus button, and then you can see all of their individual splits as well. And remember, we already know that Austin Gomer is a lefty today. So we know Atlanta versus left-handed pitchers. And this is all of their plate appearances, baby. Here's their average, their accumulating average. 355 WOBA, 222 ISO. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely erupting. So check this out. Take a quick photo. This is the trending stacks. Atlanta, last 50 plate appearances against left-handed pitchers. Doing like a mini tutorial tweet for you too, and then I'll post that in Discord. So anybody who missed the video today can come back to this and have an idea of kind of like how to quickly do this. All right, so you got the batter trends, you got the trend stacks, and if you want to use the StatCast matchup, go for it, do what you want here. Then I go over the DraftKings pitchers too. So you can identify like the teams you want to stack, the hitters you want to target. Let's check this out. So stacks, Baltimore, third best ranked today. Well, let's go to the main slate. Okay, so we have Baltimore, top ranked team to stack tonight. And the leverage there, of course, is playing a huge spot into it. And let's go look. How is Baltimore doing splits wise? Not too shabby. 331 WOBA, 154 ISO splits wise over the last 50 plate appearances each for each batter. That's not too bad. So it's not like it's some random team down here ending up being the #1 DK stack tonight. They are certainly there for a reason. You could see Atlanta as the second rank and their ownership #1. They're going to be super chalk tonight. And, you know, of course, we know why. I mean, they're going bonkers against lefties for their splits. Go over to the pitchers, and you can look at the data for those pitchers. So if we stick with Gomer, all right, just to keep things simple. Here's Austin Gomer. It's the 5th tab. You can see that Gomer is giving up a 313 WOBA on the season. And you can see Atlanta has a 329 WOBA on the season. Has a 152 given up ISO. Atlanta's ISO is a 190. It's 22.22% strikeout rate. Atlanta striking out 24.9% of the time against lefties, by the way. Over the course of the season, this is not like a trending stats anymore. Gomer's swing and strike rate, 10.48. Atlanta, 13.4. Certainly have had their troubles making contact with the ball this year. So you could come through here, identify maybe some pitchers you like for the night. Maybe you're looking at, let's do a quick one. We'll do sort or number filters. We'll do less than 4. So this is our pitching pool that is implied to give up less than 4 runs. All right. And then strikeout rate, we want greater than, I don't know, 22%. All right. So here's a very small pool of pitchers that have a strikeout rate over a 22% and are implied to give up less than 4 runs. So maybe here's your MME pool. And then maybe you come here and you look at their win rate and you only want people who, based on the odds, have a chance, 0.5 for 50%, have a chance to win greater than 50%. All right, smaller pool. Keegan Thompson, Tony Gonsolin, Alek Manoah, Nestor Cortez. So there's my 4 pitchers. And you could keep narrowing it down. I mean, heck, you could even look at this and say, well, now I'm taking the guys with, 2 best opponent strikeout rates. Okay, well, check it out. Opposing strikeout rates greater than 10%. There you go. There's your 2 pitchers for tonight. If you're doing like a single entry, there you go. Quick photo. All right, so we have win percentage over 50, opposing runs less than 4, strikeout rates correlating. And then let me drop this. I'll drop this tweet in the YouTube chat. Let me know what you think. If you guys are watching this right now, I mean, 20 people watching, hit that like button while you're watching the stream. And then do me a favor, just click that tweet real quick. Go retweet that. All right, so how do you take advantage of this stuff inside FC? All right, well, we know we got Manoah and Cortez. Not too shabby. All right, so we'll go to DraftKings. Oh, what did I click? Rewind? I'm so used to going into rewind more than even optimizing for live slates. I study so much. It's a sickness. All right, so go to my pitchers, and again, Cortez and Manoah. Just based on those, by the way, what I had chosen, completely arbitrary numbers and like data points and stuff like that, okay? So don't be like, oh my gosh, Mitch. And again, look at this. Toronto's not even on the slate. What are they, the early or something? There you go. Yeah. So Who was the next pitcher? Gonsolin? All right, there we go. So we got Cortez and Gonsolin. So how would I... Cortez is pitching the first game? Oh. Word. So they're on the same slate together. No, they're not. That's confusing. I don't know the MLB schedule today. That's irrelevant. My goal here is not to create a player pool for people tonight. It's just to show them a concept of how to use the study hub inside Discord. So let's say these guys were on the main slate, okay? So you grab Cortez and who was it? Manoah. So let me add all pitchers in. So let's say we had Cortez and Manoah, and then stacks-wise, we knew that we wanted Baltimore as the #1 ranked team today in the model, who had a massive, massive leverage score. And maybe you want a one-gap stack. And you can make a single entry. And I'm not concerned about showing you guys this because this isn't an actual slate. This lineup is irrelevant. And look who it's stacked in there. I mean, this is a pretty dope lineup. Wouldn't you think? You got Cortez and Manoah, who we loved. We've got Baltimore, the top 5-man stack. And then look who was next. Atlanta was the second best stack today. They were also the highest ranked team. They were super chalky. But now you get the tee off against Gomer. You've got a 5-player Baltimore stack, Manoah and Cortez. Bang, bang, bang. Super simple, right? Cool. Hope you guys appreciated that. Just dove right in. Tried to give you guys, all stuff, no fluff for 15 minutes. Show you guys, hey, here's how to use the study hub. Here's how you toss it into FC real quickly after doing 15 minutes. By the way, I did all that live talking through it. If I don't talk through it, I can make my single entry lineup in 5 minutes. So people ask me sometimes, like, how long does it take to make your lineup? Things like that. I get questions about, like, how long it takes. How do you have time for all this? I don't have time for all this. The goal of the study hub and our partnership with FC is to allow the people who are busy to do this in 5 minutes. Like, rely on the data, rely on the optimizer, and make your decision on how you want to use the data, and that's your control aspect of it. And then give up control after that, and you just hope that Lady Luck's on your side. You set up a process that's efficient, that is backed by the data we provide, the metrics we provide. You believe in FC being the best optimizer out there. And then after that, we can't control the outcomes. We can just control the process into what goes into making our lineups. So today was a very important stream. And I think, honestly, probably a lot of people needed to see it. I know a lot of people kind of come into each and every slate and they don't know where to begin. This stream was for you. In Discord, if you guys can pass this stream link around, I think it'll be very helpful for people. So have a good day, my friends. I will see you tomorrow. We're going to do a review into Thursday night stream tomorrow, Thursday night slate, and we'll talk about Friday night and see if we can even set something up for a live slate. All right. Have a good day.